And thanks again for joining us as we discuss various topics related to international students and their health insurance needs. As countries start to open up for travel, we're seeing more students taking that long-awaited study abroad trip. While studying abroad is an unforgettable experience, it's important to be sure that you're adequately prepared for your trip, and having a good health insurance plan while you're there is key. We're here today with ISI's Alejandra Ramirez, who will provide us with some insight into insurance options available and what benefits to consider when selecting an insurance plan. Alejandra, thank you so much for joining us all the way from Mexico City. We'd love to hear a little bit about what brought you to ISI and some of the reasons that students might want to consider studying abroad.
Well, thank you for that introduction, Sally, and for the invitation. As a student, I enjoyed learning other languages, and having the opportunity of traveling abroad not only fed my eagerness to learn, but it also helped me improve my language skills tremendously. When I started working at ISI, I was excited about being able to speak to people from all over the world, and by doing that, I got to experience a bit what it's like to study abroad.
That's so great. Thank you so much for sharing. And you're right, studying abroad opens up doors for plenty of opportunities, whether it's immersing yourself in a new culture, learning a new language, increased employment opportunities in that country, and so much more. What are the different avenues available for studying abroad, and how does that all work with health insurance?
Well, if you want to study abroad, you can choose from different options. One of the most popular ones is doing a semester abroad through your college or university, and some of them even allow you to join a faculty-led program during the summer or winter breaks, for example. However, there are other alternatives such as enrolling in a program provider's study abroad program or doing your own or going on your own through a non-credit program. Regardless of the type of study abroad program you choose, you will want to see if health insurance is provided through your program and included in your study abroad fee, or if you will need to seek out coverage on your own.
Perfect. Yeah. So it sounds like there's plenty of different avenues to choose from, and checking if your health insurance is included in your costs is super important and something you'll certainly want to look into. Can you go over the various study abroad insurance plans that ISI offers to students?
Of course, there are various plan options to choose from a travel insurance plan that also covers travel benefits such as and lost baggage, to plans more specialized in exchange students that can also cover benefits such as mental health. If you already have medical coverage, you may want to consider a trip cancellation plan that will cover you for benefits that are not typically included in domestic insurance plans, such as emergency medical evacuation and repatriation, and will also protect you in case you need to cancel or interrupt your trip.
Perfect. Yeah. So it sounds like we've already touched on a few of those benefits, but what are some additional benefits to be looking for in an insurance plan when one decides to study abroad?
Well, as a study abroad student, you will want to purchase medical insurance coverage that not only covers doctor's visits, prescriptions, and hospitalizations, but also offers international benefits such as emergency medical evacuation and repatriation of remains. And also, you should look for a plan that covers you for the activities that you will be participating in while abroad. Some of our plans, such as our Patriot Exchange plan, can also cover you for student-related benefits such as mental health, and will give you the option to include coverage for intercollegiate or adventure sports. And if you intend to practice sports while abroad, it's important to consider these kind of benefits.
Definitely. Yeah. So obviously, if you're studying abroad, you might be participating in different activities that you maybe normally would. So maybe also adventure sports too. You want to make sure that your insurance plan includes whatever extracurricular activities that you're doing, like you said, like school sports, or if you go surfing or skydiving or something like that. You'll want to make sure that you're covered for any injuries sustained from that too. You talked a little bit about the trip cancellation plan or that benefit. Can you tell us a little bit more about that and how that all works?
Yeah, of course. Well, trip cancellation plans are becoming more and more popular as travelers want to be covered in case they can't take their trip due to sickness, for example, which can include, but it's not limited to, being tested positive for COVID right before your trip, or being quarantined. This type of plan can be purchased before you go on your trip, and you should be prepared to provide an estimated amount of the non-refundable expenses for your trip, such as plane tickets or accommodations when applying. Note that tuition or the cost of your study abroad program shouldn't be included in this trip cost, even if it's not refundable. The plan includes a list of covered reasons for trip cancellation and trip interruption, but if you want to purchase coverage to cancel for any reason, in case you can travel due to a non-covered reason such as fear of travel or changing your mind, you must purchase your plan up to 20 days after your initial trip deposit date, and you will be able to cancel your plan 2 days or more before your scheduled departure date if you purchase this optional coverage.
Great. Yeah. Thank you for explaining a little bit more, especially the cancel for any reason component of that. As you said, COVID-19 is still alive and well, and you never know what's going to happen, especially in these times. So having that as an extra safeguard for your trip is super beneficial, and certainly something to consider right now. So thank you so much for all of this information. Is there anything else that you would like to suggest, or any other tips that you would recommend to students to be on the lookout for when buying an insurance plan for their trip?
Actually, yes. Buy before you go. Look up any visa requirements for the country in which you are planning to study, or other countries you intend to visit, to make sure your health insurance meets any requirements for that country. Your study abroad coordinator on campus or through your program may be able to help you with this. And if you have any questions about which insurance plan is right for you, you can always contact our customer service team through phone, email, or chat.
Perfect. Well, this is all wonderful information. Thank you so much for sharing everything. And as Alejandra mentioned, you can contact us with any questions about which health insurance plan would be most appropriate for your study abroad experience. We hope to see you next time, and we wish you all very safe travels abroad.